What up, Leaders? Welcome back to my channel. This is Roxanne Burnham Gardens, and we're standing on Caneview Avenue. On the other side of this divide, on the other side of this canal, is South Rhinebelt Gardens. So last time we were in this neck of the woods, we looked at Crichlow Avenue, right? Last time we were in this neck of the woods, we looked at Crichlow Avenue. There, Crichlow Avenue in South Rhinebelt Gardens, and Caneview Avenue. But on the other side is Roxanne Burnham Gardens. So now Roxanne Burnham was the daughter of President Forbes Burnham, Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham. We looked at part of Caneview Avenue. That is Roxanne Burnham Gardens. Now this used to be a housing development. This canal divides, separates Houston. On the other side of this canal is Houston, but on this side is Roxanne Burnham Gardens. So this used to be a what was called housing scheme when it was built. But since then, in the 1960s, 1970s, when it was built, since then it has been changed, renovated. Right, this has been renovated by people who own homes in this neck of the woods. They've modified their homes and turned them into larger single-family homes and so on. So this is what Roxanne Burnham Gardens looks like in 2023. And now I'm going to go down just one of these streets to give you a little taste. Let's see, Crichlow Avenue. Yeah, we're going to go down a little bit of Crichlow Avenue, give you a taste for how the neighborhood has changed here in Roxanne Burnham Gardens in South Georgetown. The last time we were in this neck of the woods, we're looking at South Rhinebelt Gardens, and when we came down Crichlow Avenue, briefly pointed my camera in this direction, but didn't identify this neighborhood. But now I'm pretty sure it's part of Roxanne Burnham Gardens. Remember this tall tree, which I said is probably 100 years old. And the cows. There's another cow in this neck of the woods. But this is what has happened, is happening here in Roxanne Burnham Gardens. What used to be a housing scheme is now well-established housing development. So this is the other side of Crichlow Avenue. That's Crichlow Avenue heading south. This is Crichlow Avenue. Well, it might be not north or south. It might be two-way on both streets. This guy's probably coming the wrong way. So these houses are being renovated and built, reimagined, but reconstructed into larger homes. Reconstructed into larger homes here in Roxanne Burnham Gardens. Yes, as I started out saying, the former president, Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham, named this housing development after one of his kids, and it was built about the same time that South Rhinebelt Gardens was built. Morning. and was actually built for what is it, affordable homes, right? Because of the initial homes were fairly inexpensive. And on the other side, South Ramsville Gardens was also built for affordable housing, but this kind of was closer to the city, where South Ramsville Gardens extended all the way south, like further away from the city center. And in the beginning, it was like much more difficult to access the city. You needed like transportation, public transportation, or your own vehicle to be able to get into the city from South Ramsville Gardens. But Roxanne Burnham Gardens was kind of within walking distance, or at least easy, an easy commute to the city center. So this is what it looks like in this neck of the woods in 2023. Some of the homes are still in their original format, but as you can see, a lot of them are modified. Right, a lot of them have been renovated into bigger, larger homes, and it's changed. Basically, it's different. It's kind of no longer what it used to be, what it was originally built, how it was originally built in the 1970s. Morning. So this is how things are changing in Guyana. That is the front, right? This is the front street, also known as Aubrey Barker Road, right? That's Aubrey Barker Road. But in this section of the city, Roxanne Burnham Gardens, yes, in this section of the city, Roxanne Burnham Gardens, this is what the original morning. This is what the original housing scheme looks like. These were the original affordable homes. Well, the format. Since then, of course, most of these homes have been modified, renovated, extended. You know, people have personalized them. But they were once single-family homes built as affordable housing for working class. For working class, mainly public servants. Right, so initially this was affordable housing community for public servants in the city. Now, of course, it's prime real estate because it's almost in the center of the city. The city has extended all around it. You know, it's sort of grown up, gotten larger, bigger. So this is like still in the heart of Georgetown, and so a lot of these properties now are probably hundreds of times more valuable than they initially were. So some of these homes, for example, have been built up into larger homes, whereas others are still in the same format that they were built originally. This is a cinder block factory, so some business still going on in this neck of the woods. So this is Roxanne Burnham Gardens in 2023. That's Mandela Avenue outside, north of this Aubrey Barker Road. And here are some of the homes. Right, this is what so this one was originally a one of the original homes, right, that was built in this neck of the woods, but since then it's been modified. And these have been built much larger. You can see the wood, the clay brick facade tells me that this one was renovated way back in the 1980s. So, and then down at the end of the street you can see some of the more modern recent renovations going on here in Roxanne Burnham Gardens. So this is what's happening here in this neck of the woods, guys. Roxanne Burnham Gardens in 2023. If you're familiar with this neck of the woods, you have more information about the history, why it was named after the daughter of Forbes Burnham. Right, one of his daughters was Roxanne Burnham, and this is now the legacy of the Burnham administration, Roxanne Burnham Gardens. If you know some more about the history of this neighborhood, leave them in the comments below. Help us to understand some of the history and the politics of this neighborhood. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana in 2023. Later!